sides have met in the cup in the brief history of Inverness, Caledonian Thistle. Twice the side from the north have triumphed. Charlie Christie, who played in both those games, is now manager here. Down in the lower reaches of the SPL, league form counts for absolutely nothing here. This is, of course, the first time that they've met in the cup, both being SPL sides. The start all important. Here's Nakamura, Yarashik setting off, so too Kenny Miller. Back to clear is Richard Hastings, one of the veterans of 2000. Just over 3 weeks ago that Celtic came here and were given a very thorough examination. Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink, who scored the winning goal and was then sent off for his celebrations. That'll be a relief for Cali to see that he misses out. So to Riordan, who certainly made his presence felt in the last round win against Livingston. Wonder how much Gordon Strachan's hand tactically has been forced by the main men missing up front.
They're taking up the shape that we thought they would, Bill. It's Snow playing not wide left midfield. He's playing one end and it's Yarashik up beside Kenny Miller. But if he does come short, that's when Cali are going to have to be on their toes, because Paul Hartley will go into the space.
Very big physical defence here for Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Celtic trying to weave their way through it. Miller has Naylor's cross, looking for Nakamura, who's taken up a central position. Chance here for the home side to break. This is John Rankin. And towards Wilson. And the shot is wide.
Well, he did right to take the shot on. He had Roy McBain making him a very good offer down the outside here. John Rankin, who breaks here, good ball inside. Wilson wide, but look at McBain getting down the outside here. Ian Black, I don't know whether he got a call or not, but certainly when you get into that last third, you've every entitlement to get the shot away.
We talked already, Davey, about missing strikers for Celtic. The Dargo and Winers factor for Inverness Cali Thistle. They'd have fancied their chances much more if those two were available.
Oh, very much so, particularly through the pace of Dargo. He would have made this Celtic backline turn, that's for sure.
As it is, goals have been hard to come by for Charlie Christie's side. They haven't scored since Russell Duncan got the winner in the last round of the Cup against Dundee United to set up this mouth-watering tie. Here's Yarashik looking for Miller. Chance for him to get in for Celtic. It's Miller, and it's saved. Terrific save by Michael Fraser to deny Kenny Miller and keep that barren run going for him.
That's a terrific chance. It's a gilt-edged chance. It's so well set up by the earliness of Yarashik's ball. He had to give him it when he did, otherwise Kenny Miller was running offside. What a great feat.
First real chance. Yarashik in the thick of things again. Wilson's cross, Nakamura. And he glances wide.
Just didn't quite get enough on it. But we see it time and time again when the ball comes in flat like that and there's good pace on it. Only takes a little nick. Nakamura not known for his heading ability, but it's not far away here. But previous to that, cleanest chance of the match so far to Kenny Miller. Good early ball from Yarashik to get him away here. He's too quick for Grant Monroe, and he knows he can afford to take this touch here. And it has to go down as a good chance. Angle always narrowing. In hindsight, he might feel he should have taken it first time.
What he would do for a goal, just the 6 so far this season, just 1 in his last 19 games, Kenny Miller. Majority of those goals coming in a purple patch around September, October. That one off the bench in that win against St Mirren last month, the only time he's found the back of the net since October. It's the 4th meeting between these two sides so far this season. 2 Celtic wins and 1 draw. That came on this ground earlier on this season. Here's Yarashik. Kenny Miller. Hartley with the overlapping run. Here's Evander Snow. To Nakamura. Snow again. And Leonard. Hartley. Nakamura. Good Celtic possession here. Can they find the end product? It's away by Monroe. And Ross totally can clear. Naylor now. That's going to benefit Yuri Jarosik. Just ran away from him. Totally was out of the game. This is Bain. McBain. Both came to the club from Ross County. And now Lennon. Wilson. His fourth consecutive game, Mark Wilson, after coming back from his latest injury setback. He's keeping Paul Telfer out of the side. Roy McBain, who has been playing in the centre of midfield, out on that left this afternoon to try and contain Nakamura. Grant Munro underneath it, twice a semi-finalist with Inverness Cali Thistle. That's the best that they've done in the Cup so far. I fancy their chances if they can spring an upset here this afternoon of going all the way to Hampden in the final. Semi-final place at Hampden, the prize here, and a place in Thursday's draw.
Good lively start, you'd have to say, from Celtic. No sign at all of any tiredness. And I think that's something that Gordon Strachan would have been impressing upon them today, the need to start at the right tempo. And they've moved the ball pretty freely so far.
First chance for Nakamura to test his range on the free kick. It's at the very outside of it, so he'll look to provide rather than score himself. The touch was on by McManus.
It's a good pick out. Steve McManus, who's just trying to help it on into the back post area. If anything, just a little bit too straight. Goalkeeper always favourite to come and take.
Young goalkeeper Michael Fraser seizing his chance in the Inverness Cali goal after the departure of Michael Brown to Celtic in the transfer window. He's ineligible for the cup tie. There's a totally cross. Wilson has got it away only as far as Roy McBain. A rare Cali attack and an even rarer corner. It's their first of the afternoon.
Well, this is what they've got to make the most of, set pieces. And as we said, three of that back four go up totally. Dodds and Monroe.
All big, strapping defenders. All capable of causing unrest in the Celtic defence. With Wipton corner too much on it. McBain trying to keep it alive, but it was in vain.
Just a little bit too deep, but Barry Wilson gets terrific action in those corners. Take a very late dip. One that takes Arthur Boric out of the game, but it's just a little bit too deep for Ian Black, who's trying to get around the back.
Interesting one to watch, Ian Black during the league meeting. Had a little bit of a dust-up with Yuri Jarosik. Felt that Jarosik should have been sent off. Let's watch those two come together. Hartley just making the run and offside. It's great for Gordon Strachan, isn't it, to have the likes of Hartley and Presley so experienced on the domestic stage and increasingly so internationally, to be able to bring it in and freshen it up after a week like they've had.
He's also a player who can play anywhere at all in that midfield for Gordon Strachan. He can play the holding role, he's done that for Scotland. He can play either side, or he can play just off the front, so he gives Gordon Strachan more than a few options.
Dodds made sure he was going to get there ahead of Yuri Jarosik. McManus just catching the flailing arm there of Bain. Nothing sinister in it, but McManus just recovering his senses. As Celtic recover an attacking instinct. Here's Miller. The referee got in the way. Dodds. and Yarashik. Naylor just keeping it in. Or did he? The flag goes up.
I think the way Celtic play, Bill, it suits either fullback. You know, they're playing quite narrow in midfield, and there's a chance for both Mark Wilson and Lee Naylor to get up the outside anytime they want.
Here's Hartley, still looking for his first goal for Celtic. This is his former Hearts colleague, the man who lifted the Scottish Cup last season, Stephen Pressley. Down to Snow, able to shrug off the challenges of Wilson. So much strength he has, the young teenage Dutchman. Naylor finds Snow. Eludes McBain, and now Mark Wilson. Lennon. Celtic looking very comfortable in possession. Naylor. Miller the target. Hartley making the run. Grant Munro in control.
That ball out of defence has to be better for Cal, otherwise it's just coming straight back at them. Not managing to find Bain or Wilson at all at the moment, and they're struggling to get out. Another example of it.
Game that Celtic play, and it's one that has served them so well. Just the one domestic defeat in the SPL so far this season. That came all the way back in August. Mightily impressive stuff as they have ground down the opposition time after time. Here's Miller. Support from Wilson. Snow is in there. Well, Fraser got there first.
Just the wrong angle of the cross here for Mark Wilson. Again, he makes a good offer, and I think we'll see a lot of this. These areas are wide open for the two Celtic fullbacks. He's played onside by Topley, who's trying to push out, and he's just mishit the cross in, but he made a good angle there, Mark Wilson.
No secret that home is where most of the points are in league terms for Inverness. 20 of their 31 so far this season have come here. Good record as well, won 4 of their last 5. The only blemish, that close match against Celtic. Wilson, there's movement from Snow.
There's movement all over that midfield area. It's a really fluid system that Gordon Strachan is playing. Lennon and Snow, the two who are more inclined to stay behind the ball with the game in front of them, but Nakamura, Yarashik and Hartley all encouraged to switch positions here at times.
Off goes Naylor down this left-hand side. They might not need him. Yuri Yarashik going for the very heart of the Cali defence. They have numbers back to keep Celtic at bay, for now anyway. Bain busting a gut to try and give Cali some sort of foothold, and they have that. Here is Bain, Wilson in the centre. Can Cali get the delivery? They can't, but they can get the corner.
Just struggled to get support forward quickly there. He really only has Barry Wilson here on the right-hand side as he looks up. Support is arriving, but not quickly enough.
Another set piece, another chance. Boruts has come, he hasn't got it. Snow can clear. Russell Duncan is the man sitting deepest here for Inverness Cali Thistle. Now Barry Wilson. Neat little touch. His teammate and Rankin in particular weren't on the same wavelength. Celtic can break here through Nakamura. Hartley tanking forward in 5th gear. Nakamura tried to pick him out. Hartley just buffeted out of it by Grant Munro. Another green and white wave will come through Wilson. And that's one way to stop him, but it will be a free kick against McBain.
In a very decent area. Nakamura already in charge of the situation. He's just blocked off here by McBain.
No prizes for guessing who's going to step up and take this one. Presley's come forward, the height of Yarashik in there as well, the bulk of Snow, and McManus as well on the fringes. Nakamura, the low trajectory. Here's Rankin. Nakamura tracking back to make sure there's no Cali threat. Quarter of an hour played, and the first quarter of an hour I'm sure will be targeted by Charlie Christie at getting right at Celtic. They haven't been able to do that. No signs of a European hangover in any shape or form from Gordon Strachan's boys. McManus certainly had his hands full alongside young Darren O'D. So Kaka and the imperious Pirlo making life very difficult for them. And no doubt will again come to San Siro in 10 days or so time. This is Ian Black. Bain.
That's what he's got to do, has to hold it in anytime it's knocked up to him.
Hastings, the fullback, getting forward, but it was notable and noticeable how few blue and red shirts there were around him. Finding it easy at the moment, the home side, to get the balance between defending and attacking, having to do much more of the former.
I think the worry is that they don't want to play too high, given the pace of Kenny Miller. You know, he'll torch them if they play too high. But if they sit too deep, that pulls the midfield back, and it leaves the strikers pretty much isolated up there.
Presley. Wilson. Nakamura. He's still going, Nakamura, but he's going to get the free kick, I think.
He did well to get round the outside. He was almost in there. A chance to deliver. Normally drops his shoulder and goes inside, but love a little change of feel there.
The Celtic cavalry forward again. In essence, it's a corner kick here that Nakamura can wrap that left foot of his round. Defended well enough. It was Barry Wilson back there to get it clear, only as far as Lennon. Hartley. Miller in a bit of space. Quickly closed down by Richard Hastings, one of the two veterans of the 3-1 win at Celtic Park in 2000. Grant Munro. Ross Tokley.
Good ball.
Good movement from Black as well. Cali have men in the box. This is excellent work, and it's a goal! Bain stabs it home, and Inverness leads Celtic again!
You know, we talked, Bill, about the need for defenders to find their own players when Cali are trying to get out. And that was a great example of it. Ross Tokley just slid it into Rankin. He's got Barry Wilson on his left-hand side, and even though they have good numbers in the penalty box, Barry Wilson determined to take Mark Wilson on. Just plays it into an area. I don't think he's got his head up. I'm not convinced he's trying to pick anyone out here. He's hoping he's got a runner, and he does. It's Bain. One touch enough. And it's a terrific goal, built all the way from the Cali right back position, and Ross Tokley.
Graham Bain, a scorer against Celtic here last month, has scored the goal to give Inverness a cup lead over the cup favourites. History repeating itself on several levels. Celtic, remember, went behind in the last round to Livingston before they rallied to hit Libby for 4. They had been completely dominant in the opening 18 minutes, and they find themselves behind. One chance, one attack really, one goal.
What's the difference, Bill, between building from the back and just, you know, launching the ball long and hope? It's a studied pass from Tokley to Rankin. Let's set it all up.
Here's Duncan. Cali were looking for belief. Looking for a little bit of assurance that the shock was on. They have that now. Last time they met in the cup, this was the scoreline, of course, back in 2003. Dennis Wyness with the goal. That came on the stroke of half-time. They managed to hold on against Martin O'Neill's side that day. A lot of work for Cali to do here. Hartley's cross.
Decent chance here for Paul Hartley, and he had good support in the box there. It was Grant Monroe who was caught, with Hartley running in behind him. Just fluffed across at the vital moment, Paul Hartley.
Snow. Presley. And Wilson in strongly.
Open plates. Ian McDonald has taken a bit of stick over the last few weeks, but no choice there. Oh, Wilson well late. Big 5 minutes or so for Cali now. Just got to make sure they see out this Celtic response. Celtic are going to come at them big time now.
Nakamura looking to conduct things from this set piece. Jarosik in the mix. Just about scooped away by Tokley.
It was an awkward one, really awkward. Horrible height for him. He did well to get it behind. Jarosik applying the pressure here. He did well there.
With the corner for Celtic. Miller with the flick on. Naylor. Presley stayed forward. Jarosik got in his way. Flag up anyway against Kenny Miller, I think. Well, no need for Celtic to press the panic button just yet. But it is the start that they feared. In terms of the scoreline anyway. Gordon Strachan, who knows all about cup upsets. Last season, of course, his Celtic side crashing out at lowly Clyde. Might be against a side in the same division. The gap between them in the league, by the way, 40 points. Still, make no mistake, it would be an upset if Cali can knock them out here. Hold on and improve on the lead.
If you're going to lose one, you want to lose it early while you get time to retrieve it, and Gordon Strachan still looks quite calm. He was in this movie before at Livingston, of course, and didn't really change Celtic's style that day. They just kept playing away patiently, knowing that they would get there in the end. And there's still a lot of work here for Cali to do.
Time and time again this season, Celtic have given opposition the lead, particularly away from home. Time and time again they've recovered to at least get a point from the game. Black. This is Roy McBain. Support from Hastings, but stiff opposition in the form of Lennon. Now Nakamura. Hartley, and a little bit of space for Naylor to exploit. And inch his way forward. Jarosik makes the move for him. Hopefully got a toe to it. Bain, the goal scorer, has 3 hoop shirts in pursuit. He's very much on his own. Support from Rankin behind. Optimistic from Rankin.
Well, he is capable. Scored a terrific goal here against Rangers 6 or 7 weeks ago. From a similar range, never really gets a hold of this at all.
Miller gives chase. And his perseverance pays off. Now Nakamura going for a curl-up. Fraser knew it was awkward. and did exactly what he needed to do.
I think he's always getting there. I think the ball bounces just in front of him though. I don't think it's ever going to find the inside of that far post, but it's an awkward one. And he does well, he gets it safe, he gets it wide.
Michael Fraser, Inverness born and bred, on the bench for the last cup upset against Celtic here 4 years ago. And to clean the stands afterwards, he was on the ground staff here, Michael Fraser. He's right in the thick of it here. Hartley's corner. Lennon. And the bounce eludes Nakamura. Not the best of playing surfaces here at the Caledonian Stadium. It is cutting up a bit. Bain. Black first to respond. This is McBain. Hastings, the Canadian, on the overlap. High hanging cross, but nothing more than catching practice for Arthur Boruc. Snow for Yarashik. Wilson, Hartley. Nakamura, who's popping up everywhere, right, left and centrally. Naylor. Snow. Come on! Celtic will try down the right now, keeping them at bay fairly effectively just at the moment. Inverness Cali. Celtic continue to patiently knock it about. Naylor now, sort of area where he can deliver a dangerous ball, totally cut it out.
I don't know why Ross totally backed off in the first place. Gave Lee Naylor all the time in the world to step forward and throw the ball in. Got to try and squeeze a little bit more.
Black. Did well to pick out Wilson. Still Wilson. And he was looking for the free kick. Black looking for the far corner. And Boruc denies him, but he's spilt it. And Cali have doubled their lead. No, they haven't. It's ruled out. The home side can't believe it. Could only assume for a foul on Boruc.
I like that offside. I think it's offside he's given. I was going to criticise Dougie McDonald for a moment for not giving the free kick. I think Cali should have had a free kick there. And as it's played, he is offside. And he's back in to take advantage of the spill here from Boruc.
Disappointment for the home side, but it did look the correct decision, didn't it? Coming back from an offside position, and certainly very active. He wasn't to know, though. The pole spilt it, and he has been reprieved in big style. Yarashik. Here's Naylor. Handball given against Duncan.
Well, at least Duncan's trying to press the ball. He's trying to stop the cross coming into his box, and that's what they have to do. They can't afford to stand off Lee Naylor.
Russell Duncan, man who scored the winner in the last round against Dundee United, has given Hartley the opportunity to set one up for Celtic here. Looking for Yarashik. No one got the touch they were looking for, went all the way through.
Must have been a ruck of 4 or 5 players piling into that back post area there. It's a good ball in from Paul Hartley. Nobody gets anything on it. And half an hour gone. Who would have believed this scoreline again?
level, isn't it? Just seems to be in the cup. Celtic have beaten in the last 9. Overall, they've won the last 2. Have to go back 4 years for the last time Inverness got the better of Celtic, but that was in the cup, and it was by this scoreline. Snow is making his move. It's on by Black. Now Ross Tokley. Yarishik and Miller. Plenty of traffic for him to try and find his way through. Naylor and Lennon. Working very hard from front to back. Inverness Cali to try and contain the runaway SPL leaders. Get their reward here.
Good play from Barry Wilson. It's exactly what they have to do. Just got to keep it at times.
They've been playing recently, the last couple of games on an unchanged side. The absence, obviously, of Wyness and Dargo through those injuries, with Rory McAllister up front. He's left on the bench here this afternoon, and Wilson, who tends to operate in a wide midfield area week in, week out, is just playing that roaming role, picking and cleaning things up behind Bain.
That's a good run from Bain. Very little in that.
It's Bain's 7th goal of the season in all competitions, which is the difference between the two sides. Hastings. And they got beyond Wilson, and Wilson used foul means to bring him down.
Hastings has done well so far. You know, he's got himself forward, offered himself for that pass most of the afternoon so far, and he would have been in behind Mark Wilson had he not been blocked off. And this is another real chance here to ask a question of this Celtic backline.
The big boys are all forward. Tokley, Dodds and Munro. Disappointed with himself there, Barry Wilson. It was he who set up and delivered the first for Bain. Had high hopes of doing the same there. Well, they scored one, they've had one ruled out. They look to make another. Nudge in the back of Presley there, was there, by Tokley. Now the Carling Cup final follows this match. Arsenal against Chelsea, live from the Millennium Stadium. See it from 2:30, Sky Sports 1, and in high definition. Munro. Black. Snow. Celtic looked so comfortable, Davey, didn't they, right up to the point that Inverness took the lead, and they haven't been able to recover their early rhythm since then.
I think we'll give it some time, but you know, he does have one or two options on the bench, notably Aidan McGeady. At the moment they're asking the fullbacks to provide the width, but the more natural width if McGeady was here.
Nakamura, Wilson trying to do just, provide a bit of width for him. Lennon. Naylor. Back to the Celtic captain. This is Yarishik. Lennon. Into Nakamura. Celtic look for him to create something. Naylor. Rankin just hustled him out on the ball too. Snow. Nakamura. Nakamura finds a way through to Yuri Yarashik.
Should have had it back. Made a great angle there to get it back first time from Yarashik. He could have got Nakamura free there on the left-hand side.
Miller. Yarashik for Nakamura. Holding his position on this left. And on the left foot that's trusty, he's got plenty of air on that one. Lemon. Here's Rankin now. Cali look for Wilson. He got a little bit lucky off the opposition captain. Rankin. Duncan. He's got caught up with each other's company. Duncan goes for the far corner.
Always moving right to left. If he hits it with the outside of his foot, it might have come in towards that post just a little bit. Another threat to Arthur Boric. But a good break again from Cali, who are quite happy to sit in, be very compact between back and middle, and try and get at Celtic in the break.
Dodds. Away by McManus. Here's Duncan. Nakamura looking for Hartley. He was just caught, and he's got a free kick in a sort of area he tends to enjoy.
Yeah, it could be a costly one. Ian Black knew he was wrong side there, didn't match the run of Paul Hartley, who, but for the late challenge, was in behind. And this is certainly within range here for Nakamura.
His last visit to the north of Scotland, he scored one of his trademark spectaculars. That was a couple of weeks ago at Aberdeen. Here we go again. Nakamura for Celtic from a free kick. The wall does its job. Giant cheer from the Cali faithful. Naylor.
Black did well to get across.
And again, but it could be a yellow card to follow this time.
I'm surprised if it's not. No sign of Dougie McDonald at the moment, reaching for the yellow. Oh, that's got to be a booking. He's getting away with it, Ian Black. They're just starting to get a little bit deep here now, Cali. Defending in the kind of areas where you're always liable to lose one from a header.
Hartley fancies taking this one. Snow, Miller, Yarashik. Presley and McManus all in there. It's Dodds who got his head to it, the Cali captain. Snow. McManus. Stephen Presley stayed forward here for Celtic, and they take advantage of his presence in the penalty area. On by Yarashik.
Yeah,
Chelsea man.
Just leaning in there. Being held himself, you've got to say. 6 minutes for Cali to see this out.
Of all the memories of the cup upset, Celtic's record against Inverness pretty good, especially here. They're unbeaten in the last 5. They've drawn 2 of the last 3 on this ground. And it does end in a draw, of course. We go to a replay in a couple of weeks' time. No replays so far in the Scottish Cup quarter-finals.
Oh, Bain up early there, leading with his left arm. Stephen Presley didn't see him coming on his blind side. No yellow card again, though. He's done well, Bain. Not least for the goal.
Miller just got away from him. Rankin. Wilson. Bain. Presley did his job. Celtic have it back. Kenny Miller. Lennon. Into the last 5 minutes of the first half. Celtic trail at Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Can they do something about it? Miller. Wilson. Nakamura. Naylor. Yarashik. Naylor bursting into the box, but well tracked by Black.
Did well, did very well.
One of the youngsters of the side, isn't he? Ian Black, still just 21 years old and justifying his conclusion in the side.
Well, there's much more to his game than just defending. I mean, they've got 2 very good touch players in he and John Rankin on this right-hand side.
Well, the point was made in the build-up to the game that they're a much better side now, player for player, man for man, than they were when they managed to pull off those shocks against Celtic in the last 7 years.
Drop of the shoulder here, Hartley on his way. I don't think the assistant's got a choice but to give the free kick. And this is where Darren Dodds and Tokley have really got to do the job.
Nakamura is going to take it. The usual suspects all in the mix for Celtic. Nakamura, good whip on that one. Snow got the touch. Yarashik swung his boot at it, didn't get the contact, and it's cleared away by Cali.
Well, it's a chance of the half variety, you'd have to say, but it's a chance nevertheless. Snow's in a little bit early at the front post here. Can't get anything on target, but he does help into a decent area. Ball's on the up, always difficult, but it's a half chance.
Of the opportunities, David, that Celtic have created. That wonderful early chance for Kenny Miller. Since then, they've been few and far between.
Well, that's the one clean chance that Celtic have made. And if Kenny Miller buries that, we might be looking at a different game here altogether.
Rankin on by Duncan. Wilson wanted it played to feet, didn't get it.
He would bite the hand off you for the half-time whistle right now. Big moments in the game for his side. The last thing he wants to do here is give Celtic some encouragement this side of half-time.
Yarashik. Wilson. Thought about coming, Hastings caught in no man's land. It's Nakamura. In for Hartley. Back for Nakamura. And Black, the man in pole position to clear away. Well, is it all just a little case of history repeating itself? Gordon Strachan has 45 minutes to try and prevent Charlie Christie repeating the feat for the third time. It's that man's goal who provides the difference. Graham Bain, an Inverness Caledonian Thistle 1, Celtic 0, the half-time score.
Thanks, Bill. We've been here before, haven't we? Cali 1 up on Celtic. Are they about to do it again? Well, when we come back, you'll hear from John Robertson and Charlie Nicholas. But right now, Cali are on course for the semi-finals. Thanks to Graham Bain. Celtic 1 down. We're back after this.
I bet that's goal of the season.
March on Sky Sports. Destination Caribbean for cricket's finest at the ICC World Cup. The world's best serve up a new season of ATP Masters Series. Golf from the European Tour and World Golf Championship. The quarter-finals of the Heineken Cup. The All England Badminton Championship. Plus A1 Grand Prix and a new season of Speedway races back into action. March on Sky Sports.
The new scent of adventure. Dunhill Pursuit.
Hi, Tom. Oh, hi, Mum. Good day. Yes, thanks, Tom. I switched our car insurance. Online. Really, Mum? Yes, Tom. The AA team compared prices from over 20 insurers and saved us 40%.
With a full money-back guarantee if you find a cheaper quote?
With a full money-back guarantee, Tom. Thomas.
What?
See if you could save up to 40% by switching to us. The AA team. Here to get you a better deal.
All these old designer handbags.
You should sell them on eBay.
Yes, I'll buy them.
Really? And this red velvet jacket.
Perfect. I'll bid.
As for this feather boa.
Love it.
Nice wardrobe.
Hello.
She believe in miracles, when she tries our saucy beans. Ranston's reached the pinnacle, yeah. Big surprise, these saucy beans. You'll believe in miracles when you try our Branston beans.
Looking for a more satisfying career, a job that offers real freedom? Then become a driving instructor with the Instructor College. You don't have to worry about qualifications. If you've got a driving license, that's all you need to start your instructor training. You can learn around your current job or family commitments, and once you've qualified, you're free to choose your own flexible working hours. So leave your 9-to-5 routine, become your own boss, and enjoy the security of a guaranteed placement scheme with earnings of up to £30,000 a year, plus a fully maintained car. Free phone the Instructor College now on 0500 17 0017. We're waiting to take your call.
To get the girl, he's gone to a secret school.
You okay?
But now his teacher wants her too.
Game on, Roger.
School for Scoundrels.
Hey, want a Budweiser? Yeah. Whoa, rubber floors. Just had them installed. Now we'll never break a bud. Oh, nice. Remote.
Clean, crisp, refreshing Budweiser. Keep it chilled.
Hi.
Too much bounce.
It's frustrating when your ideal home is just out of reach. Abbey have a range of mortgages that could help you lower your monthly payments. We'll work out how much you can afford to borrow and could lend you up to 5 times your income, making it easier to buy your perfect home. Call 0800 80 80 80 or visit your local branch. Abbey, more ideas for your money.
Football comes alive with Bet365.
Well, it's a massive day of football on Sky Sports. After us here in Inverness, at 2:30 Sky Sports 1, it's the Carling Cup final from the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff. Arsenal against Chelsea. And then tonight, 6 o'clock, Sky Sports 1, Gymnastic against Valencia and Barcelona against Athletic Bilbao. We're in Inverness. Now, who's going to get to the semi-finals of the Cup? Will it be Inverness Cali or will it be Celtic? And right now, and we've been here before, haven't we? Inverness are on course for another shock. They lead 1-0 at half-time. John Robertson and Charlie Nicholas are with me. John, Inverness, are they ahead on merit, do you feel?
Possibly not, but they deserve it. It's as simple as that. They've had 2 chances, as we'll see shortly. They've taken the first one clinically. They've got the midfield running fluidly, as we said. The second one, good decision by the assistant. Celtic have controlled the game, much more so than they've done in the league. What we know all about, as we said before, Carly, this is not going to be a shock. It'll be an upset.
An upset, but not a shock. Well, you told us that before, John, quite rightly. Charlie, should Celtic have closed Cali down in the move which led up to the goal?
No, the problem that Celtic face, as I said before kick-off, is that it's a midfield that's unbalanced. When Nakamura is predominantly on the right side, but as soon as he comes in and tries to link up with the forward players, then, you know, they're not getting the balance right. Snow and they're interchanging. You can see Jarosik is predominantly came to the left side. But look how they're stretched. Hartley's asked to go back with Black and Lennon's in his normal position. But suddenly, there's no right side. Snow's tucked in. And I have to say, it's a good bit of skill. And it's a cross into an area that he knows it can hurt. But it's a really poor piece of defending from Stephen Presley for me. He goes there, he should sprint. But it's a good ball retention from this. But this is not good defending, in my opinion, from Presley.
Yeah, but it's a goal at Cali, as I say. It's the way that Charlie would want it. Look at the midfield players breaking forward. Every single one of them ranking. You've got Black, you've got Wilson. The only one sitting at the back is Russell Duncan, which is there. Bainey does what all good strikers you want to do. Gets across to the face of the centre half. Gambles on the Barry's brilliant left foot cross there, missing cross. But that's what you want for your strikers. He's knocked it in, and it really knocked the wind out of Celtic sails at that time. But Celtic are still plugging away, they're still playing away, but I think Cali have got the bit between their teeth.
Celtic are they're plugging away, Charlie, but they didn't learn. I mean,
slow.
Very, very soon after that,
well,
there was this disallowed goal, and there wasn't much in this.
No, but it's a good run from Wilson here. At first you think, oh, he's went down a bit soft. The referee quite rightly lets it go. It's a decent shot, but I have to say that in saying that, Borok is really got out of trouble. There's no doubt about that. But you can see, just watch when the shot is fired, and it's bang on now, and he is in an offside position, so they have got that one correct, I think.
Yeah, it's wonderful. We thought at the time, you know, from the neutrals, and a wee bit biased for myself, great, 2-0 Inverness, Celtic in big trouble, but all credit to the official. He did. He's called it right. It's unfortunate for Inverness, but as I say, they'll be absolutely delighted to be in 1-0 at half-time.
Well, 1-0 it is at half-time. Cali in the driving seat. Celtic are here in big numbers, but there's some hardened Invernessians in the crowd as well. There's one of them, and there's another. It's 1-0 Cali. We're back after this.
I bet he's happy with that.
If you ever lose your house keys, Norwich Union Direct will automatically pay to get your locks changed. We'll also cover your windows against accidental damage as standard. And if you join us, we guarantee to beat your buildings and contents renewal premium or give you £60 cash back. Contact us and see how we can make you happy.
To get the girl of his dreams,
I was just wondering,
Are you okay?
Roger went to a secret school.
What does she do? She's Australian. She works as an Australian.
But when his teacher tries to take her away,
Game on, Roger.
he'll fight to be the better man.
You don't want me to take the gloves off.
School for Scoundrels.
Nature Valley Oats and Honey Crunchy Granola Bars. Let the satisfying crunch take you wherever you want to go. With over 50% natural whole grain oats and delicious pure honey. Nature Valley Crunchy Granola Bars. Nature Valley, energy from nature.
Whatever's the matter?
Big cry, baby.
I can't get any cheap car insurance. I haven't got any no-claims bonus.
You should have asked Admiral.
Yes, ask Admiral. We love drivers with little or zero no-claims bonus.
Great. I'll ask Admiral.
Good boy.
Ask Admiral for cheaper car insurance on 0800 600 800.
0800 600 800. You forgot Admiral.com, you amateur.
Welcome to the Brain Warehouse. We provide new brains, pure and Inverness.
You a puker? Hey? You know about the new spew stopper?
No, I'm all right, mate. Ah, the Freak Out Free X50. You know, before these came out, you lost it on weed and phew, that was it. Imagine that. You want it installed?
With stronger strains than ever before, the more you mess with cannabis, the more it could mess with your mind. If you'd like to find out more, talk to Frank.
Quality flows through every surface of a Hyundai. The only car company to offer a manufacturer-backed 5-year warranty with unlimited mileage across the entire range. Hyundai. Drive your way.
Lovely cushioned header. But Gerrard! You beauty! Well, you don't need me to explain it. Just watch this. Let the pictures tell you everything. This is special.
Bet365, bringing football alive.
We truly are in the Highlands of Scotland this Sunday lunchtime. We're in Inverness to be precise. It's the 5th round of the Tennant Scottish Cup. It's Inverness Calais against Celtic. And plenty more football coming your way after us here on Sky Sports 1 and on HD1. At 2:30, it's the Carling Cup final, Arsenal against Chelsea. And then at 6 o'clock on Sky Sports 1, it's La Liga action, Gymnastic against Valencia and Barcelona against Athletic Bilbao. It is 1-0 to Inverness Caledonian Thistle here at half-time against Celtic. And Charlie, very early on, it might have been a totally different story had Kenny Miller taken his early chance.
Yeah, I think this is where Kenny just sometimes lets himself down because the run's a good one and the pass is a fabulous one from Jarosik and he's straight in. But what happens here is a young goalkeeper who Robbo knows better than I, young Fraser, he makes his first decision is to come and face Miller up towards the edge of the box here and then he changes his mind. But if you're a striker, Jim, and a top striker, it's irrelevant what the keeper does. It's about burying it in that corner and taking that responsible and taking it further. It would have changed the game, there's no doubt about that.
OK, John Robertson still thinks Inverness Cali will get through. It's 1-0. Let's rejoin Davy Provan and Bill Leslie.
One substitution to tell you about. It's been enforced on Inverness Cali Thistle. Roy McBain picked up a groin strain in the first half, and that's Richie Hart, who's been out of the front line recently due to injury. He's come on, and it's a bit of a landmark appearance for him as well, his 150th for Inverness.
He's going to play right side. It's a switch for John Rankin, who's now going to play left-hand side of midfield. I'm sure the Celtic fans won't thank me for reminding him it was Richie Hart who set up Dennis Wyness for the goal that knocked Celtic out in 2003.
Also scored against Celtic at Celtic Park in a defeat last season. He has pedigree. And so, in this competition, do Inverness over Celtic. So far, it's just reverting to knockout type. That's due to Bain, who's in there with Presley. Yarashik. Gordon Strachan and Celtic deciding to stick with what they started with. Munro. Hastings, Canadian international, up to Bain, who's penalised. Quite a tussle developing early on in this second half between him and Presley.
Just one too many. I don't think that challenge in itself was a booking, but Dougie McDonald making it clear it was just one too many. He's got to contest that type of ball though, because he's up there on his own for most of the time.
Twice Scottish Cup winners in the last 3 seasons, Celtic. Under 45 minutes away from elimination before the semi-final stage. Should that happen, it'll be the first time in 2 decades that neither Old Firm club is represented in the last 4 of the Scottish Cup. Still a fair way to go before we can say that, but certainly Celtic have work to do. Yuri Yarashik. Naylor has given it away to Hart, the half-time substitute. Duncan. Tokley. There's confirmation of that half-time change. Miller has got in between. Fraser, good to anticipate.
Did well. Hastings was caught otherwise.
Black. Rankin.
Good set-up play from Bain under real pressure there from McManus, but did well to win it. Set up the shooting opportunity. Whacking at the heart of it once again to Rankin, the 2 touch players we were talking about. And if it's a poor final effort, the build-up was good.
Already scored the winner against Rangers this season, John Rankin. He will be absolutely delighted. Very much so far, so good for Charlie Christie. Just coming up to a year in charge. This, by the way, is his 50th match as head coach here at Inverness Cali. Free kick awarded there against Rankin. Celtic quick to get on with it, too quick. And from the wrong place, Dougie McDonald insists that Celtic play by the book. Presley. Naylor. Snow. Wilson. Movement ahead of him from Nakamura, but Inverness shield is doing its job. Leonard. Hartley. Munro for company. Making a burst forward, but Inverness again managing to contain the Celtic threat. There's going to be a lot of that in this second half, you sense. The Celtic look to keep their double dream alive.
Rankin with a late challenge. I think he's trying to play the ball. It's a fraction late. Certainly a free kick.
First set-piece threat of this second half for Cali to deal with. Nakamura, of course, will deliver. Straight down the throat of Fraser.
He didn't catch it full height, though. There's no one getting across the front of him. That's not a bad ball in. I think we'll see here he's far from at full height here, Fraser, when he takes this. It's quite low. Nobody getting across him.
They miss the big Dutchman in situations like that, don't they? Big young Benegor of Hesselink out, no Craig Beattie, who scored in his last 2 games, but his injury problems still haven't subsided. And Derek Ryden, cup hero against Livingston last time out. All 3 big attacking threats that Celtic are without here. Having said that, on the bench they have Thomas Gravison yet again. Aidan McGeady, who can come on and change a game in the flash of a touch of a ball. McManus. Naylor's clearance. Nakamura's run. Hartley in support. It's a good run from Hartley. Back into the mix. Tokley just getting it out of the danger area temporarily. Nakamura, 2 men for company, and they just crowded him out there. Nakamura back in with the challenge, and far from happy with that.
I seen Black, who felt he was caught just as he cleared the ball there by Nakamura. It looks like it's going to be a yellow card for the Celtic midfielder. Did well down in the corner, Black, not for the first time, really off on the totally, a lot of protection down here in the corner. Nakamura quickly back on his feet, just trying to block the ball forward. Oh, it's a follow through with the leg there. Uncharacteristic, you would certainly say. Nakamura not noted for that type of play at all. Black might feel he's unfortunate getting the yellow card, but it was the overreaction that's got him the booking.
Into the book goes Ian Black, the second booking of this second half for Inverness Cali. Fascinatingly set up, isn't it, in the Scottish Highlands? Celtic trailing Inverness Caledonian Thistle by Graham Bain's first half goal. And at the moment, they're not able to do anything about it.
Don't think he'll give it too much longer, though. Unless they start to make a few chances. We're finding them few and far between at the moment. McGeady's the obvious one. You can go past someone and get a cross in and change the game.
Naylor into the mix. Monroe just hooks it clear. And the Celtic supporters behind Michael Fraser's goal sense that something might be afoot here from this corner. The centre-halves are forward. The Celtic support are expectant. Nakamura delivers. Away by Barry Wilson. Here's Lennon. They're not giving these Celtic players any time to settle on the ball at all. Hard beaten by Snow. Here's Kenny Miller. Tees it for Nakamura's come back off the woodwork. Celtic so close to an equaliser, and it's Black who can bring clear.
Oh, what a goal it would have been from that angle. Surprised he took it on, but maybe not with this guy's technique. Great set-up play by Kenny Miller, who I think realises that the angle is not in his favour. He's not going to score, he's been squeezed anyway. What a strike from Nakamura.
He got plenty behind that. Is it going to be one of those days? start to the match, which suggested that Celtic would find going a little more comfortable here than they have done in recent visits. Ever since they got the goal, Cali have almost completely looked like they've been able to handle the Celtic threat. That Nakamura blast suggested perhaps things might be about to start to change. Jarosik in strongly. Free kick awarded against him.
Oh, I think he took plenty of the ball. I think that's the point he was trying to make there to Dougie McDonald. A chance for Cali to put the ball in the box. Dodd's gone forward again. Bain's a good target.
Bain is the target. Well defended by Wilson. Jarosik is back there. Corner kick, Cali. Big men forward again to make their presence felt. Munro, Tokley, Dodds. The Cali captain who's off to Dundee United in the summer. A high-hanging one, Tokley underneath it.
The ball was too long in the air, no real pace on it there for Tokley to generate any power from the header. Celtic again picking up zones here across the 6-yard box. But Tokley really struggling to do anything with that.
Played for the club in all 4 divisions, the all-time record appearance maker, Ross Tokley. Took the record from his now manager, Charlie Christie. Grant Munro. Wilson. Still going Wilson. Presley halts his progress. Naylor. Jarosik. Naylor. He's offside.
Very late flag. Assistant had a long thing about that before he put the flag up. Well, certainly gone early, Paul Hartley, but the assistant took his time in raising the flag.
More frustration for the men in hoops. Hartley, Presley. Up towards Miller. Let's turn the Inverness defence. Kenny Miller just waited too long. He'll get another bite at it. Support from Wilson. Jarosik and Snow are waiting. Nakamura wasn't ready for it. Rankin couldn't keep it in though.
Kenny Miller taking a bit of stick from the supporters behind the goal, but he had very little option there. Evander Snow was the only green and white jersey in the 18-yard box when he had it wide.
Hastings. His clearance is completed by Wilson. Naylor. Hartley. Miller's pulled away from Hastings. Wilson for Lennon, on for Miller. Nice touch back for Lennon, but still they can't find a way through this stubborn defence. Wilson dispossessed. The 2 banks of 4, very, very close, making penetration very difficult for Celtic. Still they keep on probing through Snow and Lennon. Snow took his eye off the ball, and it's been given straight back to Celtic. Lennon, Miller, Wilson, Nakamura, Naylor, trying to slide it through for Jarosik. He fouled Dodds, and the pressure is relieved.
I think he's just lent into Darren Dodds there, who read the ball being slipped into the inside left channel and was coming out to clear. Nice little disguised pass there from Naylor. Dodge saw it. He's just taken late there by Jarosik. It gives Kelly a little bit of a chance to get the back line further up the pitch. Just starting to get deeper now.
Just approaching the hour mark. 2/3 of the job is done. Bain. A terrific game so far, hasn't he, Graham Bain, getting the goal. Very nearly getting a second, flagged offside, and the goal ruled out late on in the first half. Here's Hart. And Jarosik. Snow.
It took a long time to get down there, Evander Snow. That's the point the Kelly player was making. Good feet originally to evade the tackle. Well, that's not a surprise for me. If you're looking for some cutting edge, and I think Celtic have asked maybe just a little bit too much of the two fullbacks today. McGeady's certainly capable of getting down the outside and getting a good cross across the face of goal.
Wilson. Rankin. McManus finds Lennon and Nakamura. Nakamura, Hastings doing his best to stick to him. Jarosik, I think, was expecting Hartley to take that on. He didn't, and here come Kelly through Wilson. Black making the run as well. This could be a hugely significant attack, but Wilson just took a second too long.
I think he had to do it earlier, and Ian Black is the pass here. As it's played wide, look at Ian Black in the central area now, breaking his neck there to get forward. Needed the ball played in there because he's goal side of Snow. And Barry Wilson just wanted too many touches.
Rankin to take the corner. He goes deep, just beyond Tokley, who might have had a little bit of a better chance then. I think he knows that.
I'm just surprised they don't have one of the big lads getting round the back onto that type of ball. Again, it's a cross that takes Boris right out of the game. There's so much late dip on it. I'm just surprised that it's not Dodge who's coming in at the back post instead of being Black.
And been plenty of cup highs during the short existence of Inverness, Caledonian Thistle. If they can hold on here, it would go right up with them. The 2 wins over Celtic, wins against Hearts and Motherwell. Hearts in 2002 and Motherwell in 2004. Bain not giving McManus a second of rest.
I did well. Did well, that gets him right up the pitch. He'll sleep tonight, Graham Bain. Chased all the lost causes this afternoon.
They're working so hard, all of them. All of those players in the red and blue, to try and hold on to this lead or extend it. Jarosik away. Question is, can they keep up the work rate for the full 90 minutes? Can they keep Celtic quiet? Hart!
It's an awkward one, made it look very easy after Boric. Bounced just in front of him though.
Miller has eluded Dodds. Advantage play. Hartley. Wilson and Nakamura. Gordon Strachan says enough is enough, and Aidan McGeady is called for. Off goes big Yuri Yarashik, and on comes little Aidan McGeady.
I'd imagine that will mean Paul Hartley will be pushed forward now to play off Kenny Miller. Lennon Snow staying in the central area.
Well, the days perhaps when Inverness as a lower league side were springing the shots on the big boys have gone. They're now rub shoulders with them in Scottish football week in, week out. But still, as John Robertson was saying at half-time, even if it's not a shock, it's certainly a cup upset we've got on the cards here. Fascinating cup action so far, and it continues after this from 2:30. Same channel, Sky Sports 1 and HD1. It is live from Cardiff, the Carling Cup final. Arsenal against Chelsea. Wilson. Hartley. Naylor. Black comes away with it. Off goes Bain. Held up but not stopped by Dodds. Celtic supporters feel there should have been a free kick, advantage being played.
I think it's an advantage that Kenny Miller would have taken. It was certainly a free kick, but the referee right to let it go.
Miller, Lennon, Wilson, Neil Lennon in for Nakamura. Good defensive work by John Rankin, and generally they have contained the threat of Nakamura pretty well, apart from that rapier which struck the crossbar earlier on in the second half.
Well, Inverness a bit busier in front of goal, but Charlie Christie will know there's a lot of work left in this game to close it out.
Well, it's not for nothing that Celtic are unbeaten in their last 26 SPL games, unbeaten in their last 14 since the Champions League defeat away in Copenhagen at the end of last year. And true to form there, finding the going, mighty tough in the Highlands.
Well, he obviously is discussing another change. I mean, Gordon Strachan is always proactive. I think we'll see he's trying to get one of his substitutes back, another change coming up. At the moment he's playing with one up, with Kenny Miller up, trying to get Nakamura and McGeady to support from the wide areas. But another change on the way.
Hart, he's the only change made by Charlie Christie so far, that and then forced one at half-time.
I'm surprised to see Paul Hartley in this position in the ball here, Bill. Of the three midfield players, Hartley, Lennon and Snow, it's Hartley who's sitting deepest, and they need him further up the pitch, surely.
Rankin. That is pockets picked by Wilson. Van der Snow. That was a little late on Kenny Miller. He's already been booked, remember, Ian Black.
It's just a clumsy touch by Kenny Miller that allowed Black to make the challenge.
Totally. Not allowing McGeady any space.
That's where they want to make the tackles, midway inside their half, not on the edge of their own box.
Hastings in there against Nakamura. I think he might have landed a little awkwardly though. Another of the long-serving players here who've been up through the divisions with Inverness Cali, Richie Hastings. He's in his second spell with the club after going and coming back. It's a strong burst forward by Russell Duncan. Bain. Too strong for Presley. Wilson. Away from Nakamura. It's Wilson. It's blocked by McManus.
Very well blocked. Had to be out pretty quickly there. Barry Wilson did well to make room for the shot in the first place.
So far in the second half, Celtic have not been able to get the foothold in the match that they're looking for. They still trail, and time is just starting to run out for them. Nakamura. He was looking for the free kick, a free kick which didn't come. Here's Black. McManus. Into the mix, Nakamura. Away by Black.
Just a little bit too deep for Nakamura there. Better ball in there from Naylor. Celtic really turning the heat up now.
Hastings sticking to Nakamura like glue and coming away with the ball. Here's Wilson. Barry Wilson at 35, over 300 games for Inverness. Van der Snow. Miller offside.
There could have been much in that. Kenny Miller's looking right across. The ball was played early by Snow. Oh, he's on. Right centre back is certainly deeper than Kenny Miller there. Darren Dodds.
Well, as Charlie Christie said before the game about Celtic and Gordon Strachan, you need 8 or 9 of your players to be playing at their peak. You need Celtic to have a slightly off day, and you need a bit of luck. Time for a change. His second Celtic substitution sees the withdrawal of Wilson and a debut for that young man, Cillian Sheridan. He's only 18, an attacking wide midfielder.
On his debuts go, they don't come much more difficult than this. 1-0 down. 17 minutes left. Paul Hartley now playing in the right back position. You'd expect him to bomb on from there, but very unusual to see him play there.
Off goes Wilson. Well, he's just kept it in, but in doing so he's allowed Naylor to get back in. Well, it's at this stage of the game you'd expect the experience of some of these Inverness Cali players who have been there and done it before against Celtic might just start to help. Oh, what a chance for Rankin. Hartley ponderous, Rankin seized on it and he saw his shot blocked away.
I'm surprised he tried to bring it down there at the back post. Paul Hartley got it off the hook.
Sheridan. High pressure debut, but a chance for him to really make a name for himself.
Paul Hartley maybe not used to finding himself as deep as that, and was almost punished.
Presley. Hartley. Duncan bounces off him. Hartley just overrun it. A lot of energy expended for little return in the end.
Well, Duncan did well to get across. Showed him the outside, dared him to get the cross in. And it was always just getting away from Paul Hartley. And this is what he's going to be asked to do in what remains of this game.
Duncan's touch on. Presley, Lennon. And Evander Snow trying to make some space where there wasn't a lot, and he did well to do so. Hartley. Lennon. Evander Snow. It's set up for the shot, which is blocked by Dodds. McGeady, who hasn't been able to make an impact on the game just yet. Perhaps that'll change here. Aidan McGeady. Nakamura. Well, he had a nibble there totally. Nakamura goes to ground. No penalty, or really a hint of it has to be said.
A very soft variety had he been given. Peter McDonald quite right there. Just have to rely on Nakamura and McGeady, the real touch players, the players with a bit of invention about them. Celtic really leaning on those boys now to find a way through here.
Coming off number 8, Ian Black.
For an experienced old campaigner, Ian Black. I wonder if the fact that he has a yellow card to his name and is still tearing into challenges plays any part in this, but Gary McSwegan, a player who spent many a year across Glasgow at Rangers under Graham Souness and Walter Smith. 36-year-old Glaswegian comes on for the remaining 13 minutes to try and guide Cali home. Here he is, McSwegan, making his presence felt. Celtic have one throw of the dice in substitution terms left. Thomas Gravison getting stripped and ready for action. McGeady.
Don't know whether it took a bobble there. That may have explained the poor ball forward there. Now this was the penalty claim here. Celtic supporters behind the goal looking for a penalty here. Well, totally didn't get an awful lot of the ball, you'd have to say, but I'd have been surprised nevertheless had that been given.
Well, they said it couldn't happen once. It did. They said it couldn't happen twice. It did. And we're closing in on a three-peat of an Inverness Cup victory over Celtic. Thomas Gravison sent on to try and save the day. Totally. Hooked away by Lennon. McSwegan's touch. Bain.
Well, he had to adjust his feet there. He was determined to take it on his right side. Body shape just wasn't quite right here. Good layoff. Probably favoured the left foot finish. Determined always to take it on his right side. Never got a hold of it.
What is it about Inverness and Celtic and the Scottish Cup? Presley. Naylor. Sheridan and Miller wait in the middle. Nothing comes again.
Oh, it must have been done by the surface here, surely, Lee Naylor. Normally crosses so well. Celtic flooding the penalty box there as Naylor broke into the wide area. Even Stephen Presley was hitting the penalty box. May have been the surface. Terrific energy at this late stage in the game from Naylor. I think it did take a bobble. Sat up just as he tried to play it in.
This gives you a little insight into the way that Celtic are going to approach the last 10 minutes of the match, to try and ensure it's not the last 10 minutes of their cup participation this season. Inverness in touching distance of the semi-finals for the third time in their short history. Dunfermline and Hibs already safely through after yesterday. Motherwell and St Johnstone go head-to-head this week. Will it be a last four without the big Old Firm 2? What a roller coaster of a week it's been. All the emotion of Celtic Park against AC Milan in the last 16 of the Champions League. All the talk about what Charlie Christie and Inverness Caledonians have done to Celtic in the Cup in the past to contend with. The pressure of trying to make sure it doesn't happen again. Well, it is about to happen again. Bain.
Good ball up the line there from Barry Wilson. Surprised that Graham Bain didn't try and get across the front of Stephen Presley. I think he might have done him for pace had he done that. Barry Wilson now playing left midfield. Swinging upside beside Bain or slightly off him.
Gravison. No question of the home side sitting back and trying to soak up pressure. They continue to look for the second, which would make their semi-final place safe. Wilson. Nakamura and McGeady. Two players who can turn this cup tie on its head. McGeady gonna try and forge away straight through the middle. Dodds was there. Gravison. Naylor. McGeady. Teed up by Aidan McGeady. Miller, it's over the top. It was a chance.
Why is he making the sandwich? It's not the best ball in from Aidan McGeady, who did superbly well to get in behind and make the angle for the cross. There's not a great deal of pace on it. Not an awful lot Kenny Miller can do here. He's under pressure and he can't get any power on it. And that's what they need from McGeady at this late stage. They have to have him getting in behind fullbacks and defenders and getting service across that penalty area.
I think back to that Miller chance in the first half, the way the game was going at that stage, you thought that would be the first of many from Celtic. It's turned out to be one of only two really significant ones, the other one being Nakamura rattling the crossbar. Miller, Nakamura, Gravison. In came Wilson. Wilson has stayed down, don't know whether he's got a little bit of cramp. McSwiggan. Wilson.
Again, it's a good ball, slid up the line there by Barry Wilson, who is suffering from cramp, I think. And it was an awkward one for Stephen Presley to deal with. A stage in the game now where Inverness will try and throw the ball up the line, get it into the corners.
Well, Barry Wilson, one of the older campaigners out there, certainly the oldest player to start the match. Might finish it before the final whistle, just looking over to the bench. Bain. Going to come here looking for the win, of course, Celtic. They might now settle for the replay. Under 5 minutes away from being dumped out of the cup in the Scottish Highlands.
You'd never write them off though, Bill. They get so many late ones.
Well, they got that late one here just a few weeks ago through Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink, one of the absentees for Celtic here today. Here's Hartley, who's got beyond Wilson. Miller. Well, Hastings has managed to prevent the corner.
Appeal for handball here, but it's Hartley outstretched his arm, comes off his elbow, but there's no attempt to make himself wider there.
Terrific ovation for one of the old campaigners, the man who scored in the original cup shot between Inverness and Celtic back in 2000, has given absolutely everything. His tank is empty, and Rory McAllister, the young striker, is going to come on to try and see out the last 4 minutes.
Yes.
Gravison, Miller's missed it. McAllister's first touch is to get it away, only as far as McManus. Not quite sure what he was trying to do there.
Well, Michael Fraser will be in no hurry at all to restart the game here. Dan Dodds just trying to get his fellow defenders up as high as they can.
Celtic finalists 5 times in the last 8 seasons, 3 times winners. The 3 occasions they've failed to reach the final in that time. 2 of them have been to Inverness, the other one last season away at Clyde. Looks like, unless they can find another late salvation, the Scottish Cup might become the one trophy to elude Gordon Strachan yet again. Presley. McGeady. Naylor, good ball. Miller tearing forward. But the blockade does its job again.
That's such an important block as well. Takes all the pressure off the boys inside them.
Nakamura's corner, McManus underneath it, got the touch, it's in! McManus will claim it, Presley might have got the final touch. Either way, it is a Celtic equaliser in the last 2 minutes.
That's why you never rule them out. They go all the way to the wire, week in, week out. That's why they're the champions elect. And that's why they've saved this game today. Wonderful leap at the back post from McManus. And I think a glance here from Stephen Presley, and it was an important glance because it's going wide otherwise. And Celtic look as if they pulled out of the fire. And they'll be looking for a winner now. Terrific win there at the back post from McManus into the perfect area. And Stephen Presley right in where it counted.
His first goal for the club, the man who lifted the Scottish Cup with Hearts last season, has restored hope in Celtic hearts again, and perhaps broken Inverness hearts. Hartley. Hart with the interception. Duncan. McAllister. So near, but yet so far for Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Gravison. the need for a replay now. McGeady, Miller went for it, Dodge did his job. And Duncan trying to add an element of composure. Bain carries forward, McSwiggan with the central run. Lennon providing the shield, and McManus, who played such an important role in the equalising goal, was able to clear away. We're into that 2 minutes now. McGeady.
He's done well, McGeady. He's done well since he came on. Always prepared to commit defenders, try and get in behind. I never think that Gordon Strachan would have asked it of him.
Miller. Sheridan. Miller! Oh, he's done it! Kenny Miller for Celtic, and they have snatched the semi-final place from under the noses of Inverness Cali.
Well, he missed an absolute snip early in the match, but what a way to atone for it. And there are times Kenny Miller lacks composure, not on this occasion. He could have been tempted to blast this, and he just wraps the inside of his right foot around and he passes this into the net. Wonderful finish, head up, knows exactly where Michael Fraser is, and that is a top draw finish.
That is why they are champions. That is why they are champions-elect. And just like Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink before him when he secured a 2-1 win here at the end of January, in late February Kenny Miller gets his booking. He won't mind. Celtic have done it. Hit and hope from Rankin. Well, you have to feel for Inverness Cali. You have to admire Celtic. 2 goals in the last 4 minutes of play. And Charlie Christie, who must have thought his side were going to be able to repeat the feat for a 3rd time, is left to ponder what it tastes like to lose in the cup to Celtic. Gravison. Here's Hartley. To admire what Celtic have done here. They've ended the hoodoo and they have come from behind to book their semi-final place with some sensational late throw of the dices. He must have thought that it was getting away from him with 2 minutes of normal time to go. But up popped Presley for his first Celtic goal. That was the equaliser. Looked like we were heading for a replay before Miller produced an absolute spectacular. You have to admire what Celtic have done here.
They just won't give it up, Bill. It's a triumph of Celtic spirit here this afternoon. The spirit that sees them well clear in the SPL, the spirit that we saw against AC Milan on Tuesday, and it's the spirit that's pulled the game out of the fire here today when they look dead and buried.
It is Celtic who are heading to Hampden and into the semi-final draw. They won here at the Caledonian Stadium by 2-1.
What a finish by Celtic, and Celtic are in the semi-finals. Now, after us here in Inverness, you can sit back and watch the Carling Cup final. It's Arsenal against Chelsea on Sky Sports 1 and High Definition 1. What a finish here at Inverness. Inverness Cali Thistle, 2.5 minutes from going through to the semi-finals, and Celtic hit them not once but twice. John Robertson, you must feel gutted for Cali.
Yeah, you know, football can be a cruel game at times, and it's just come up and bit Cally Thistle there, because they deserve something from the game. We were talking that Celtic kept playing away, they were patient, they kept believing they were going to get the chance, but it looked like Cally had saw them off, and then that happens. Not just to lose the one goal, it would have been sickening for Charlie to have drawn, to have got so close, but to lose two and get knocked out of the cup is devastating.
What does it tell you about Celtic this afternoon, Charlie? I mean, as David Provan said in co-commentary, they really go right to the very end and beyond.
Yeah, they do. That is part of the spirit that's grown the football club under Gordon Strachan. There's no doubt about that. But I think also it was a rather poor performance from Celtic. The passing was far too slow, too many touches, a lot of bad performances. I don't think they would have deserved to lose, Celtic. I think a draw would have been a fair result, in honesty. But to snatch it that way is very typical of why Celtic are head and shoulders away by a distance in front in the SPL.
Well, Stephen Presley, a man you know well, John, he got Celtic back in it, and he did get a nice touch just at the right moment.
Well, it's 89 minutes, you know, it's put in the mix. It's a great header for McManus, and Stephen's done what he's done throughout his career. He's just popped back in there. He just gets the merest of touches, but it's his goal. It's going past the post. Dare I say it, it's a striker's finish. He's got in there where it matters, and at that stage you're thinking, well, they've pulled it out the bag again, and little did we know there was still an even bigger sting in the tail.
At that stage, Chad, do you think Cally players are thinking, oh well, replay? And then all of a sudden Miller, bang.
I think also Celtic players were sitting there thinking, replay. Well, you can see the reaction of Presley and the supporters when the equaliser goes in. But then suddenly the thing opens up for him again. The thing was that they were running in empty. Inverness, Nakamura, a clever little... It's the first time they actually sprung a one-touch pass round the corner, and there was a link-up. Now, as cruel as it may seem, that is a quality goal. That is a quality bit of football. We didn't see enough of it today. But I have to say, the young lad Sheridan, he came on for his debut, linking up, and it's a very good finish.
John, will Cally come back from this? I mean, this is a huge blow to them, because it looks as though for the third time in a row in the Cup, Inverness were going to put Celtic out.
Yeah, the club will come back from this. That's the way the club is. It's the way the club's run from Graham Bennett at the very top all the way down. And they'll be devastated tonight, because this was probably their most accomplished performance, or their most professional performance, in the fact that they controlled and played the way they wanted to do. They flooded the midfield. Celtic weren't really cutting them open. We had the one chance first half with Miller, and an unbelievable attempt by Nakamura, but they looked as if they were going to hold on comfortably.
I know it disappoints you, Charlie, because there were a few substandard performances in amongst that Celtic team today, and yet they're through.
Well, very true, but I mean, that's the reality of playing for a big football club, Jim. You might have the pressure and the tension. Your performance is nothing. The results are everything.
Well, here's the man who lifted the cup for Hearts last year, now plays for Celtic. He was on the score sheet today. Stephen Presley is with Fraser.
Stephen, an incredible finish. Just sum up your emotions in this final 2 minutes.
Yeah, fantastic. You know, I think that sums us up as a team. You know, I think we show terrific spirit and a never say die attitude, and that was a great example of that today.
Did you think you were going out of the cup? It was a centre-half combination that got you back into it, you and Stephen McManus on the goal?
Well, you know, you always have those thoughts in the back of your mind, but at this club we don't believe in losing football matches, and you know, that was very evident again today. You know, I thought we played some terrific football today. We just couldn't carve out the all-important equaliser, but full credit to all the team. You know, I thought we showed fantastic spirit, and we're absolutely delighted to go through.
And what a moment for you to get your first goal for the club.
Yeah, absolutely. And normally teams would settle for a draw after being behind for 88 minutes. And, you know, we didn't. We went for that winner, and Kenny mustered up a fantastic finish. And, you know, a thoroughly deserved goal for his all-round contribution today.
Great drama. Well done, Stephen.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Cheers. Stephen Presley, who more than played his part in Celtic going through to the semi-finals of the Cup. Do you think it's going to prove to be a good move for Stephen Presley coming to Celtic, John?
Oh, undoubtedly. At this stage of his career, he's moved to one of the top two clubs in Scotland. It's simple and straightforward as that. He had options to go elsewhere, but he's steadied the ship. He's done exactly what Gordon Strachan wants him to do. Go in there and control the back, bring the young lads on, and today he's popped up with a priceless goal.
Priceless indeed. Charlie, they're through, but what do you want to see more from Celtic?
Well, I thought the midfield was unbalanced today, and I think it proved its point. They have too many touches on the ball. When Celtic are high tempo and 1-2 touch, it's good, it's fluent. McGeady did well when he came on because he wants the ball. I'm disappointed with Jarosik yet again. Snow, for me, is just a little bit too slow. But in saying that, they give some decent performances domestically, and that's why they're just about touching the Champions League in terms of the last 16, and also won in the SPL yet again, although it's not official yet. But I just think there's so much more that Celtic can give as a performance. Nakamura is the one who's got the little bit of zip, the little bit of imagination about him, and McGeady when he came on. The rest, it looks as if sometimes there's only one in the box and they're all too much traffic in the middle. And if that stays that way, then Celtic will go out in Milan.
After a cup tie like that, John, and Celtic get through, but right at the very end they get through, do you see Celtic's name being on the cup this time around?
Well, I think Celtic will always believe their supporters, the tradition of being brought up, will always believe their names on everything, on the cup, the league, everything. But no, you have to win ties, and they've done that. They beat Dumbarton comfortably, they beat Livingston comfortably. Today they've dug out a result, and they'll have a history of doing that. We've said it many times, don't write them off. They score late goals, they score late goals, they score late goals. That today sums up Celtic Football Club in one way.
What has Strachan given Celtic, do you feel, Charlie? I mean, miles ahead in the SPL, now they're in the semi-finals of the Cup. It's proven to be another really great season, still in the Champions League, of course. What does Strachan bring to them?
Well, I think predominantly we've seen the spirit today, but, you know, I think there's a desire in this team that it has a shape and an organisation, and he obviously plans pretty thorough throughout his week. He's a passionate little individual, we know that. But I generally do think that he knows he's got quality in Nakamura, and yet I still think he should play him further forward, but he stays within his team plan. But spirit is everything within a team. We've seen that grow in the international under Walter Smith, and Gordon's doing a similar job at Celtic and winning trophies.
And he clearly loves the experience of being Celtic manager, John.
Oh, without a doubt. You can see it there. I mean, he's as passionate as anybody. The goals are going in. You'd have thought he'd scored them themselves, and he does bring that. And this team keep playing away. They don't change. They keep playing their football, chipping away, and today they've got the reward.
Charlie, Celtic to win the Cup, do you think?
Yeah, I can't see them. I can't see them lose it now. Hibs probably the team that I would like to see in the final.
OK, thanks very much, Charlie and John. Now, stay with us here on Sky Sports 1. Coming up next, after us here in Inverness, it's the massive game that is the Carling Cup final. Arsenal, with Wenger playing some kids, against Mourinho's Chelsea. Sky Sports 1 and HD 1. A shock was on here in Inverness, but Inverness couldn't do it again, and Celtic are through to the semi-finals of the Cup. From us, bye for now.
More sport, news and views at skysports.com.
The Tennant Scottish Cup on Sky Sports, brought to you by Bet3.
With more property from more agents than anyone else, make sure you visit Rightmove.
Morning. No, not really. I use SatNav.
So do you get your car serviced yearly?
Yeah, serviced every year.
And you usually drive on motorways?
At RAC Direct Insurance, we listen to how you really drive.
And secure parking?
Yeah, you could say that.
Because every little detail could save you even more. So for a personal quote, it's RAC Direct Insurance to the rescue.
The cliffs rise over 200 feet. Good for the appetite. Just as well, you'll find over 200 places to eat. Discover another world that's closer to home.
Build the Bismarck. Week by week, assemble this legendary model made of laser-cut wooden parts with step-by-step instructions. Part 1, only 50p.
It's frustrating when your ideal home is just out of reach. Abbey have a range of mortgages that could help you lower your monthly payments. We'll work out how much you can afford to borrow and could lend you up to 5 times your income, making it easier to buy your perfect home. Call 0800 80 80 80 or visit your local branch. Abbey, more ideas for your money.